do my face. I can't sleep. I can't sleep. I'm so frustrated. There we go. I can't sleep, y'all. I can't sleep. I don't know what's going on with the energies. I was super exhausted earlier. Earlier, I was so beyond exhausted. Hey, Catherine. I hope you're doing well. I hope you've been doing well. So, okay. I need more cream. So, I'm going to just use cold cream. I was going to go to sleep with my face a mess. Hold on. How do I turn on the live chat? There we go. Yeah, see, I didn't even know any of you guys commented. So I can't sleep. I don't know what it is. Aside from this is like energetic. I believe it's an energy based thing. Kind of wondering if maybe more stuff going on with the Schumann resonance. There's been so much going on with the frequencies on Earth. I think I'm having an attitude problem right now. I think I'm legit having an attitude problem right now because there's a few things I want to say. And I'm having a hard time controlling myself from saying them. Oh my God. No, girl, don't be that way. Okay, don't be that way because it's not a necessary thing. We just got to clean our face. How about that? How about you clean your face? Do not allow yourself to just be a reactive person. You know? All right. All right. So, how are you guys feeling right now? What are you guys noticing about the energies? So I was live earlier for Expedites. I do personal readings on public live stream. If you're not familiar with what I do, I do personal readings on public live stream on the weekends, just to kind of give people an opportunity to test out my services, get a better idea of what it is that I do, get a feel for me. And really the main reason is to give people the opportunity to be able to experience my services if they can't do a private session. So that was the main thing, you know. I want to be able to give back. But so I was live earlier, and at the very end I did energy work, and this energy work really is just like it's additional overlay of energy to help you with whatever this week is going to be. I'm assuming there's shit gonna happen this week because, I mean, if I'm feeling a need and doing energy work, then that tells me there's stuff that might be happening. What type of stuff? Where? I don't know. I don't know. Um, I try my best to just not. I try my best to just not find out more information than I actually need because I don't want to stress myself out. Um, okay. Yeah. So, y'all, I don't know why you guys are like telling me your zodiac signs and stuff. Um, I don't know if you notice, I'm slathering shit on my face. And there's no zodiac mentioned in the description. You know, kind of. I don't know. That's weird. That's weird to me. Makes me feel weird. See, with lashes, you think it's clean, but it's not. Next thing you know, when you put the next layer, all kind of stuff is smearing under your eyes. All right. So I'm going to start with some niaminoside. Niaminoside. Okay. So, wait, what was this? Yeah. I'm just having all kind of fucking skin problems on my chin lately. Right here too. Right here. Right there. Right there. You're supposed to dab it in, they say. You find it hard to sleep on a new moon. I don't know. I find it hard to sleep, period. I'm kind of I'm so sensitive to energy, and you might be right. There might be something to new moon energy. I don't track lunar cycles or lunar events. I don't track anything astrological, no celestial events, no Schumann resonance. I like to stay as stress-free as I possibly can. What ends up happening if I track that kind of stuff, which is really fascinating information if you think about it, but if I track that type of stuff, I'll use it to further amplify my precog abilities, and then I'll really be avoiding shit like a mofo. No joke. I did something similar for a few years. I got really good at dates, dialing it in to within a few hours. And I almost died from the stress of it. A little bit dramatic, yes, but it was a lot. It was a lot to be stressing about all this shit that I can't stop, I can't affect, because I'm not allowed to. I heard someone like, oh, if you could have figured, no, I'm not allowed to. I'm not allowed to interfere in that way. That's the thing. That's why I told myself, you're not allowed to do anything about it. Why try and know? Because then it's like this whole thing of I'm just basically putting myself in a super stressful type of situation unnecessarily. So instead, I swung the complete opposite. And I have no idea what's going on. I'm just kind of like, can I just sleep today? My skin has been super effing dry. Just super dry. But surprisingly, my eczema hasn't been back. yet. Getting all kind of garbage. All right. I need to stop having any kind of sugar. I see what 2 years of sugar consumption is doing to my skin. Premature aging. Which really, I'm not trying to stay young. I'm not trying to look like a specific age. I'm just trying to be the healthiest version of me possible. Da-da-da. More serum. This might be excessive. Don't copy me. This might be excessive. I totally have this thing. What products? So first, I cleaned makeup off my skin with Pond's cold cream. I used to use that a long time ago, and then I stopped because I thought it was like garbage. And my mom used to use that a lot, and she barely had any wrinkles until she stopped using it. Yeah, so that's Pond's cold cream. And then my pimples get the ordinary niacinamide. Niacinamide, yes, 10% with zinc. We're just going to add a little bit more of this because your girl needs a little more support. Because I keep picking at it. I ain't gonna lie. I've been picking at it. There you go. We're just letting all of this shit sink in. Okay. And people might be like, oh my God, you're putting so much product. Yeah, let me do what I do. I don't tell you you're living wrong. You probably are. Let me stop. So I use niacinamide from The Ordinary. And then I use Matrixyl. Matrixyl with hyaluronic acid under the eyes because I'm developing a wrinkle right here. I'm like, bitch, no, you're not. So I do those and I let it kind of like just sink in a little bit. So if you have really crazy ass brows, right? When you put your products on your face, if you kind of just do this, it trains your hair to grow the way you're making it go. You'll save yourself a lot of headache if you just do that whenever you clean your face, put on moisturizer, whatever it is. And then I put Shiseido Ultra Immune. I don't know that this really does anything. They said that it like gets your vitamins or whatever into the face. I mean, who knows? Who knows? I don't know if I'm going to buy some more of that. I've had that for, I don't know, 2 or 3 years at this point. And this stuff I fucking love. Shiseido Future Solution LX Concentrated Balancing Softener. If you have oily skin, I'd say that this is enough. I'd say that this alone is enough. I don't know that it would be good for oily skin, but if your skin is not dry, that would definitely be enough. My skin is dry, so we're going to layer this on. I do that, and then I do Thayer's Radiance Boosting Serum. Good stuff. It's been really helping with some moisture retention for me. And then on my eyes, I put Eye and Lip Contour Regenerating Cream. Again, Shiseido Future Solution LX. Especially since I rubbed the shit out of my face. I should have just used micellar water. And then did that. Because I use just a little bit more. I use a waterproof mascara. Don't know why. Just because I have control issues. Better to control the mascara than try and control people. Yeah. Put whatever's left over on my gobbler. Okay. So we do that, let that soak in, and then Future Solution elects the night cream. I don't do day creams. I don't do SPF anything because I'm allergic AF. Allergic AF. So, and I probably should stop using that serum, the Thayer serum. I'm seeing all this texture. That's gonna need to stop. I don't know if this is texture or what. Alright. You gotta get your neck, ladies and gents. You gotta take care of the neck. So I do that. And then this is a mix of the Shiseido softening fluid or whatever the heck it's called, and there's rose water. If you use products with hyaluronic acid, that's like a what's it called, a humectant or whatever the heck it's classified as. The way it's effective with moisturizing, it's not actually moisturizing. It sits on your skin and it draws moisture to it from the environment. If you are in a humid area, a humid region, perfect, because it'll draw the moisture from the air and just waterlog your skin. If you're on a mountaintop, not so good. Not so good. I use the Matrixyl just for the Matrixyl. I would prefer that they don't put hyaluronic acid in there, simply because if you're in a dry environment, hyaluronic acid doesn't care. It's going to want moisture. So if you're in a dry environment, it's going to suck the moisture out of your skin. Hence, okay, that's why I do that. So now we can talk about, okay, it'll dry, don't worry. It'll dry, and then I have all my oils and stuff on my face already. All right. Oh my God. What the fuck was that? Holy Jesus. Just get another rubber band, tie that in. I am just a hot ass mess. Okay, what do you guys think? Let's see. I can't, I have too much moisturizer. Oh my God, I can't see clearly. I have too much moisturizer in my eyes. What happened? They shut down Oakland? Oh, shout out from Oakland. Okay, how is it going in Oakland? I just left Cali, I don't know, a couple days ago. On Friday. I left Cali on Friday. Haven't been to Oakland though. I haven't been to Oakland in quite some time. Telegraph's part of Oakland, right? Or am I tripping? I haven't lived in California in so long that I don't remember the geography. My lips have been dry too. And yeah, I go over lip lines because that's where I crack. Yeah, I'm a tropical ass person and I need to be in a tropical place. If not, my skin gets all messed up. So, this is salicylic acid. Kill whatever bacteria. I'm really angry at that. I'm really angry at it. I don't know why. Okay, last little bit. Oh, I didn't. You know what other product I really like? Retinol. Retinol. Or was it retinoid? Did I bring it over here? Whatever. I don't think I brought it over here. I thought I did. I did. Well, it's too late now. I can't. This has to go on after water-based products and before the oils. I have hella thick cream on my face. Grand Active Retinoid 2% emulsion. So this has like a form of retinol, which is anti-aging. Mm-hmm. So I do this just because it feels good. Push any of the puffiness out of my face. Hopefully improve circulation. Oh, you know what I've also been liking? I haven't really used it much, but it like tickles my control issue when I use this. It's a needler. It's a needler, and it's supposed to encourage collagen production. I have an issue with collagen, so what happened? Do you feel like the energy from your session stays with you sometimes? No, I don't use my energy. I flood the space with my energy. Well, I flood the space with the energy that I use, but no, I never use my own energy. I'm not about that cross contamination life. So true. I'm really not. I don't like to mix my energy or give other people access to my energy, just because people get fucking weird with me when they access or they try when they sample parts of my personal frequency. They start, I don't know, they become very possessive of me. And I mean, if you know anything about me, fuck that shit. You don't own me. No joke. No joke. No joke. Yeah. So no, it doesn't stay with me. I don't do any. I don't. I work energy in a very unique way. I didn't learn it from anyone else. This is something I just came into this life knowing how to do. I actually have my own system and I teach classes how to use energy, limitless potential. I also teach how to maintain your auric integrity by way of eliminating cords. You don't cut cords. Cords are not to be cut. That's how you spread stuff. And most people don't realize the most popular systems, because they're not expressly telling you. I don't think the people who teach it know, but they utilize cords. Whenever you have concern for someone, and you're like, oh, I'm sending you love. How are you sending that? Cords. So yeah, That would be the reason why you're feeling like the energy stays with you after you do sessions or whatever the question was. You got to not do that anymore. When you do energy work, hold on guys. For some reason. When you do energy work, what ends up happening is, because you're not aware you're using cords, you're pushing energy into their field, and if they have a finite etheric space while in body, then that means you're displacing the toxicity that you're addressing. So if you're using a cord, where does that go? Well, if the mother is pumping 5 liters of blood into the baby every hour, then there are 5 liters of something being pushed out of the baby back into the mother. So it's definitely cross contamination. That's what's happening, cross contamination. And typically, once someone's coding enters your field, if it goes deep enough, intercourse, for example, that's direct port injection. I've been having an attitude problem, so I need to relax this muscle. I'm trying to encourage it to not be so fucking salty all the time. Okay, just there you go. I beat you up already. Just relax. But so what ends up happening? I forgot what I was talking about. What was I talking about? No, it's actually not a dumb question, because not too many people know this. Not too many people know this. Seriously, they don't understand what they're doing, and then you can't be faulted for not knowing. You know what I mean? It's not, I can't be like, well, you don't know. Well, there's things that you know that I don't know, and you can't really hold it against me for not knowing unless you share it with me, right? So that's what this is. But you have a lot of these people who have a desire to be elevated in some way, shape, or form when it comes to like spiritual communities. And so they'll begin talking about certain subject matter, certain phrases, words, things like that, that they believe will elevate them in the eyes of other people. Now, do they know what they're teaching? Probably not. Probably not. They're probably just, regurgitating what they read somewhere, and to them they were impressed because the words that were used, and that's kind of how it's been going for a long time. And a lot of people don't realize this. We totally are, we're totally exposing ourselves to all sorts of like really, really unsavory things, unsavory energies, unsavory beings, things like that, and we have no idea. But just because you have no idea, it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. It doesn't mean that it's not actually happening to you. I mean, there are billions of people in this world that don't know I exist. Does that mean I don't exist? No. I exist. So same thing goes for like parasitic things, malignant type energies. It's not a dumb question at all. It's not, because you had the courage to ask something. Whoever watches this and needs to know this information, now they're going to know this information, because I definitely wasn't going to be like, y'all, y'all, I got to tell you something. Yeah, like and maybe I shouldn't be this way, where I'm like, unless you ask, I'm not going to say. I just don't like people to feel as though I'm preaching to them. Too many energy vampires out here. I have too much moisturizer. Too many energy vampires out here. Suggestions on how to save your goodness. Well, I mean, honestly, there can be 10 people in a room, 9 of them are energy vampires and I'm the only one that's not, and they won't get my energy because I'm not going to stay in that room. Are you kidding me? Hell no. Like, when my gut, my heart, my emotions tell me like dip out, girl, I'm toodles. I'm out. I'm out for real. I'm out. Um yeah, you have to lose your fear of offending the very people who are offending your soul. Energetic vampirism is offensive to the soul. So you just got to be out. Don't interact, commingle with people um, you determine are parasitic in behavior. You're not going to save them. You're not going to change them. Just like they're not going to save you or change you. They have a right to their opinion. You have a right to your opinion. Both are simply opinions. There's neither that's more right nor more wrong. And when you get into that, like, um, ego based, oh, but no, I know, yeah, well, they know something too. Who, this takes me back to a memory I have of, I don't know how I found this thread. I think someone tagged me into it. People were arguing about Jesus. Jesus said, blah, 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 blah. No, 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 no. According to blah, 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 Jesus said this, this, and this is what he meant. I said, did he text you? Did he email you, text you? Did y'all FaceTime? How you know this? Because reality is no one knows what Jesus said. What he actually said is part of an oral history. And if you've played telephone, then you'll know. It changes every time it's told. Every time a new person tells it, the story changes. Now, some of the things that were documented were way, way earlier on, after his death, of course, but not so far out. Um, there were those who were really devout to his teachings, and they began attempting to transcribe, to write down on I believe they were using lambskin, or was it papyrus? Might have been papyrus because the way it dissolved. But it's called the Dead Sea Scrolls. Mm-hmm. And you might find some information regarding the origins of the Dead Sea Scrolls, that there might have been several authors to those scrolls. Um, Even if there were, many of them, if not all, were probably Essenes, which is what Jesus was. An Essene. He was baptized by John, his cousin, who was also an Essene. And they spoke of gnosis. And after a certain period, when uh, the Church of Christ, my church, um, no joke, my church, when they began their campaign for full control, full domination, they couldn't have this group that was, you know, speaking about gnosis, because gnosis really frees you from the mental, emotional, spiritual shackles of organized religion. Now, it's a blanket statement, of course, but it's still accurate in my opinion. So, Gnosis tells you you have a direct connection to divinity. Gnosis is ancient, I think, Greek for knowledge, wisdom. And really, what ends up happening is it's hard to control you through fear when you don't need the middleman. The middleman, when your religious beliefs involve an intercessor, which is my church has that. We call him Father. Michael says, speak on it. No, because it's really early in the morning. I don't want to get loud and wake up my family. And you know I'm going to get loud. So, and that's the thing. Like, Gnosis takes away that intercessor. You become hardwired back into divinity. You don't need someone else's permission. You don't need edicts or anything like that. You have a certain set of things that you know helps to support your divinity, the growth of it, the expansion of your awareness of it. And that takes away the control. There's no, like, you're gonna, I don't know. I don't know if what I'm saying even makes sense. Um, Hey, Peter. So, yeah. Um, I'd say my energetic system is more in line with Gnosis and Gnosticism, where it's a direct link to divinity. You don't need that intercessor. Allowing yourself to retrieve specific code sequences that allow for the full dilation of energetic pathways so that you can reactivate certain dormant sections of your morphogenetic template. And with that, you become really uh, a force to be reckoned with. Absolutely. And there's fail safes that are included in the system. When you have malicious intent, when the work that you're going to do, despite your good intention, if it's a violation of their sovereignty, nope, not allowed. Um, just yeah, it's a good system. It's a good system. It's the one that I just, again, I was born knowing how to do this stuff. Um, and does that make me better? No, it just makes me more able to serve my purpose, which is return this knowledge base back to a people that needs it. Yeah. When you take out the intercessor, you give the power back to the people. So I have no desire to be seen as a teacher, as a leader, as a guru, or, someone asked me, or someone was like insisting, Emmie, will you please be my guru for what? Like, what the fuck kind of question is that shit? What? Will you please be my guru? Like, what does that involve? Will, will you, like, I don't know, what do people do for gurus? Like, it's just weird to me. That's a weird ass request. Like, no, I will not be your guru. I don't know. I don't understand that type of stuff. So I'm not trying to be condescending. I just don't get it. Like, why would you want to elevate me above yourself? We should be elevated together. If you feel the need to elevate me, elevate yourself with me. My comments keep disappearing. So yeah, I don't know. What would you do for energy vampires? I don't know. Don't play with them. Don't it reminds me of this story I was told as a child where Jesus apparently had been lost in the desert for, I think, like a month already or something like that. He went into his full hermit mode and kind of just excused himself into the desert. He's like, fuck this shit, I'm out. And while there, he had fasted. And I'm assuming they're trying to kind of leave the room for um, this insinuation that he had been hallucinating because he was fasting from, I think, water and food. And apparently a demon had come to him as he was sitting under the olive tree and had told him, you're the son of God, you're a god, you're a living god, you should throw yourself off the cliff, and the angels will catch you. It's like a major show of power. And Jesus basically was like, no, why would I need to show my power? I'm powerful in my own right, and I use that power in service, not to flex. And I mean, granted, he didn't say flex, so who knows? Maybe he did. Maybe he did. Maybe Jesus said, I'm not here for the clout. I'm not here to flex. Who knows? We weren't there. He might have said that. um, what happened? Are you on TikTok? That's so awesome. I'm just on too many platforms at this point. I can't focus. I can't focus. So I like if my heart's not into it, I just won't continue to post. So as of right now, the only place my heart is into is here with you guys on YouTube. Um, Everything else kind of just it is what it is. If I post, I post. If I don't, I don't. And that's that. Hold on, I feel the need to use this. But yeah, no, definitely. Um, so I teach classes. If you'd like to learn how to maintain your auric field, you can go to my website and find information on the membership. But that membership is it's not information or teachings to prepare you to work on other people. It's this that's completely a different thing. Working on other people would require the information you'd learn in my certification program. So with that, yeah, you would learn how to maintain field integrity working with clients. But yeah. Yep. Oh shit, I need to. Dang it. There's just so many shit I need to get done. I'm still not sleepy. Like I'm tired, but I'm not sleepy. This sucks. I want to sleep. Probably gonna be awake for a while. And I know I've been eating horrible things. My face is swollen. Oh my god. Get some of that fluid out. All right. Blue light is said to kill bacteria. Mm-hmm. But yeah, a lot of the systems that are being spread around, if it's allowed to become popular, like widely accepted, even used in hospital settings at this point, allopathic hospitals, there's a very high likelihood that's draconian shit. They don't allow um, they don't allow things that would create opportunities for true healing to be widely known. Look what they did to Dr. Sebi. Mm-hmm. Anything that takes the control away from the very small few, um, that's punishable by execution. Look what they did to Tesla, Nikolai Tesla. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Just saying. Well, that's not true. What about Elon Musk? He's just as wicked as the rest of them, please. Please. Okay, he might have some amazing inventions and stuff and um, environmentally supported ideas. Uh, but I mean, unless I see a billionaire being widely known for their willingness to feed nations, to clothe and educate children, I don't want to hear it. This is it. Can just go the fuck away because you and your sister, you and your sister, y'all need to have a family reunion somewhere else that is not my face. We're not friends, yo. We are not friends. Y'all need to have this family reunion somewhere else. And your aunt right here. Take your aunt with you right here. Oh my God. Actually, I don't even think these are zits. I think these are like, I think I have this thing where when my skin gets traumatized, just pressing on it traumatizes it. Um, it causes like a blister to form. But it's not, I don't know. It's hard to say if it's a zit or a blister. Maybe I'm just in denial. I never had zits like this, even as a teen. This is bullshit. This is total bullshit. I've never had zits like this. Have I? It's some weird hormonal shit. It's probably because I've been really sucking at taking my thyroid meds. Maybe I should just cry myself to sleep. I can't sleep, y'all. What the fuck's going on with this energy? Oh my God, I can't stand it. I can't stand it. You guys, tell me a story. Tell me some story. I don't even want to talk anymore. I just want to read. Tell me a story. Tell me something about yourselves. Look at that. Look at that. See? Uh-huh. It's like a blue. That looks crazy. That looks so crazy. Okay, let me stop. Okay. If I find an industrial one of these, I don't even know what this is. I'm going to be honest. I don't know what it is. People ask me, like, what is that? I don't know. I looked it up. It's for the face. I know that for sure. It's for the face. But I don't know. I don't know what it's called, like facial massager. I don't know. I'm going to be honest. I don't know. But the blue light is said to kill bacteria. Bacteria. Why will you not stay closed? All right, stay open then. Who cares? Go in your bag. Tie you shut. All right. So, y'all gotta tell me a story. Tell me something. Teach me something. It's hailing in Houston. You know, so several places that I've been in the past month, I'm seeing more than just chemtrails. Like the most recent 2 or 3 cities that I've been in, maybe like I don't know, 2, 3 weeks ago or something like that. They were spraying chemtrails in such a way that it looked like pentagrams in the sky. It looked like pentagrams. And, you know, I'm a fucking bruja. I'm not saying that witchcraft and pentagrams are intrinsically evil. I'm saying, why the fuck are there pentagrams in the sky? They playing games with us at this point. Pentagrams in the sky. I'm not even joking. I'm not exaggerating. A 5-pointed star, a big ass one in the sky. 2 of them, like little twin stars or something. I'm like, what the fuck? You can ask whatever you want. Doesn't mean I'll answer everything, but you can definitely ask whatever you want. What would you like to ask? You've been noticing it too? It's crazy. It's crazy. You think that's normal to be snowing south of Colorado? I mean, maybe the top portion of the state, but that's some fucking. Houston is hella far south. Are y'all kidding me right now? Okay, so I wintered in Houston area. a few years back. I stayed there for winter. That shit was like 70, 80 degrees, and it was so humid it felt like 100 something. There's snow multiple times, hail, like, yo, it's just some crazy shit. They're doing crazy shit. I know they're playing with frequency. I'm being shown other things, and I was going to speak on it, and Michael says no. I'm also noticing Michael's been telling me not to do things quite a bit lately. Quite a bit. Just. So, okay, you've lived in Houston. We had snow before and hail in the 1980s or 80 degrees. Because I'm talking about 80 degrees. Are you talking about 80 degrees? And another thing that I've noticed, yeah, sometimes there are weird weather anomalies. And that's fine. That's all Jim Dandy and everything. But you're going to tell me it's snowing through how many states at the same time? When I was driving out of California several months back, from Sacramento to Fresno, y'all better pull up a map. From Sacramento to Fresno was a singular wall of fog. That shit's not normal. That is not normal. I don't care. That is not normal. And for the fog to take the type of form that it did, that I was like, this is no fucking fog. What is this? Cloud cover? They're doing something to the sky? What the fuck is this? It's crazy. Yeah, day after tomorrow shit. Like, don't be playing games with us. Just don't be playing games with us. So, who's Dan Millman? I don't know who Dan Millman is. Honestly, the weather has been crazy. Out of nowhere on a clear day, huge winds picked up, and a dust storm instantly came out of nowhere while I was doing dishes. Holy shit. What state do you live in? What, honeymoon, what state do you live in? And I know I'm not imagining shit because this is the pattern. You see a shit ton of chemtrails in the sky, and about 2 or 3 days later, oh, we're going to have snow today. Fuck you. You're doing some terraforming shit to the atmosphere, and you're using HARP to trigger weather events. Just get the fuck out of here with that shit. Like, this is some crazy shit, yo. It's some crazy shit. Yeah, and honestly, if we really want to get deep down into it, I've forgotten so much shit over the years. There is this detectable anomaly that occurs when they discharge HARP. They have to first do the seeding of the sky with all of this heavy metal, I think boron and some shit like that. And the environmentalists have taken note of this, especially in Shasta, areas that are heavily exposed to chemtrails, the plants, the flora that are native to that area, they're being chemically burned. This was found years ago. And if y'all think that fire in Northern California was a freak, y'all, did we just forget that this whole fucking summer, the whole nation was on fire? The entire fucking nation was on fire. And the fire ends, what, country lines? That's just fucking stupid shit to me. That's not a normal fire. Let's just really, let's just really like not. Um, the way the peaceful warrior is my that's my PDF. I wrote that. Um, the concept of a peaceful warrior ties into lives I've lived in feudal Japan, the code of Bushido, being able to embody the savagery of a warrior, yet choosing to live in a peaceful manner. It's the art of war and all of that type of stuff. Yeah. I mean, billions of a lot of things died in that. Billions of a lot of things died in that. There's a lot of things that are being done, and because no one is really speaking up enough, there's not enough of us who are making noise about it. It's just really some crazy shit. It's some crazy shit. Um, yeah, it's some crazy shit. You know what else is super fucking crazy? Is the fact that there's still, like, last I heard maybe a day or two ago, there are still talks and sessions going on to impeach Trump. Are y'all fucking crazy right now? You want to impeach someone who's already done with their term? What the fuck? What? Oh, okay. So, I mean, because if we're gonna do that, if we're gonna do that, I would like to impeach Thomas Jefferson. He owned slaves, and I was reading some like biography stuff on him, and there he had a house slave who he, I didn't like that. I also want to impeach all of them. Impeach all of them. Yeah, and I'm not even a Trump supporter. Just like, this shit is fucking insane at this point. Here's the thing. Here's my logic, okay? Like I said, I'm not a Trump supporter. I'm not into politics. I don't like politics, period. At one point in my life, I heavily identified as a Democrat. At another point, I began to kind of like, Republicans are kind of starting to sound like not so crazy. And then I got to a point where it's like, both of y'all are fucking crazy. I don't want nothing to do with that. And what I'm recognizing is this, my personal stance. And maybe this will help people to get past whatever this is. So, all of these things that are said about Trump, I'm a very real, raw, honest person. I would rather you show me that you're a racist dick than try and pretend that you're not. Lie to me, feed me sugar-coated bullshit, and then turn around and do the same thing that the dickhead did. And I mean, I would rather see the fucked up eyebrows, fucked up comb over, and orange skin than I would the pictures of you sniffing children. I'm just saying, if we're gonna play that tit for tat thing, I I would still not vote for either one. I would still not vote for either one. But there's something about being able to recognize when you are in this cycle of believing one liar over another because they're able to deliver their lie better than the other liar. Just saying. They're all liars. They have to lie in order to get your vote. Um, oh, oh my God, Emmie, you are an angel. I just saw it. Yeah. So yeah, that's my stance. That's my stance. Fuck it all. Yeah. I'm all about governing myself, to be honest. I'm a reasonable person. I am. I'm a reasonable person. Why do you have to tell me how to live my life? I don't like that. I really, really don't. I don't like that. If I want to take a risk, let me take my risk. It is my life. Let me live my life. Let me live my life in a way where I'm actually free. So, kind of, I don't want to get into that topic. I just don't like people telling me what to do, you know? Like I said, I am a very reasonable, logical individual. I also have a fairly developed intuitive sense. I'm pretty sure I'll survive life without telling me how to fucking survive life. I'm saying, yeah, whatever crazy shit they're spraying in the air, I don't want to breathe no more of that shit in. We don't need their pushing the will of government on me. It's opposite of how it's wooded, worded or wooded. Oh, supposed to work. Well, actually, government is not broken. That's how it's supposed to work. It's supposed to govern you. I'm all for anarchy. I'm just saying, but like I said, I'm a reasonable person. I don't think most of us would survive anarchy. I'm pretty sure I would. Um, Most of other people, probably not. Probably not, because we've become so dependent on someone else dictating to us how the fuck to live. Like, to me, common sense. Someone's breaking into my house. I should have a firearm. I should have weaponry to be able to defend my family if I need to. And in the event that I need to discharge a firearm, whether someone's injured or not, then I should go ahead afterwards and call the authorities to report what has happened. But at no point should I be forced to sit in fear of a stranger coming into my home, taking my children, doing God knows what to me and my family, while we wait for motherfuckers to come from the donut shop. Are you fucking kidding me right now? I don't fucking think so. I'm my own cop. This my kingdom. My house is my kingdom. I'm my own fucking cop. Pick another house, motherfucker. Pick another fucking house. Because this one, you're going to go home in a bag. Mm-mm. No. The children in this house are very protected because they're sacred beings to me. Maybe in other homes, the parent wants to leave it to someone else to do that. I'm a very hands-on parent. I do my own family protection. I do my own homeschooling. The only thing I don't do is grow our own food because I'm not a farmer like that. Fuck that shit. We'll barter. You want to be my neighbor? You grow shit. I'll entertain you. Feed me. Well, so we're in a farm again. And at the other farm, we had tried the whole garden thing. What ended up happening, I ended up having to go to California as the veggies and everything were starting to grow. So we didn't get to, I had one red bell pepper that was about the size of my hand. It was amazing. And then everything else I couldn't have. And yeah. So my youngest is like, Mommy, can we do that farmer thing again? Can we get the seeds and stuff? Yes, baby. Maybe they can be farmers. I don't know. Maybe. Let's see. Oh, yes, Isaiah. Yes, most Pisces would survive. We have that controlled chaos. People peg Pisces for this docile thing. We just play docile. I promise you. I'm sorry, Pisceans. Y'all my family and everything. I got your back, but I got to bust you out on this. I really, really do. Hell yeah, Shalonda. Hell yeah. 2 guns. One for the hip. No. So yeah, no, you should have a rifle and a firearm. Absolutely. What caliber do you shoot? I hate 45s, especially that home defense shit. Oh my god, my husband and I got into this huge fucking debate over it. He's like, you're not gonna be able to stop someone unless you use the home defense rounds because they flower out. I'm like, look, bruh, you're not seeing my dinky ass wrist. I got weak ass wrists. You have me shoot a home defense bullet in a 45 that will hit everything but the person. That will hit everything but the person. I'm sorry. I'm not shooting that shit. Take that out of my magazine. He's like, I spit. He's like, no, my firearm, my decision. Take that shit out. And then I ended up, so like the Glock was a 45 or was it a 40? I don't know. It's one of those. I think it was a 45. And I was like, okay, fine. I'm gonna put that baby in a micro-roni. Do you guys know what a micro-roni is? It's fucking fabulous. So it's a is it brace? It's a contraption that you slide it in and suddenly it becomes an SBR, short barrel rifle. You got a folding stock, you can put it on your ship. I shoot a 45 like that. Fuck yeah. You expect me to do a handgun? I don't think so. Fuck that. So I asked him to convert and then it kept, because the micro-roni, really, I believe it was designed for a 9mm instead of a 45. That shit kept jamming. It kept having the failure to eject issue. So he converted the barrel. He switched it out to a 9mm, and that shit was sweet. But I still don't like handguns. Something about my wrist, I don't like it. I like to be able to brace it. So I switched over to an AR pistol, which it can shoot 223 or 557. Is 557? I don't know. They feel the same to me. They feel the same to me. Like, why pay more for a 557 if it feels the same as a 223? So with that, I'll put a motherfucker down. That, you can run all you want. I have a hollow sun on it. I'm gonna tag you. I will. I don't miss. Not with that. And then I switched over just because, for like shits and giggles, I found a bullpup. Tavor X95 is the shit. It has built-in cross iron sights, and that one. So with a bullpup, the way the mechanism works, much of the stuff is in the back. So it's very good for close quarters. They use it in like tactical stuff, but it's very good for short quarters. If you can get it right where you could pop it up and you already have that, I don't even have to look through the iron sights. I'll tag it. Fuck yeah. Yeah, so with the AR pistol, that one I can hit at like, is it like 100, 200 yards and still do a clover pattern, a clover grouping. For the X95, I think I was hitting at like 75 yards, and I could still do a clover for that. It's a tight ass fucking clutch. I'll put your fucking ass down. I'm not even joking. I don't have my phone on me, but like if I were to show you my targets, yeah, motherfucker, no, you're not entering the house. You're not entering the house. Yeah. No. Oh, you know what's hella fun? Oh my God. So we got this metal target, and this metal target is kind of shaped like a, those jacks, you know what that is? Where it's that like spindly thing, and then you have the ball as a child. It looks like that. And it has like, anytime you hit it, it'll turn and it'll reset itself. So it's over here dancing, ding, 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 ding. I fucking love it. They closed the shooting ranges, because I do outdoor shooting ranges. They closed it in all the areas near me for the winter, which fucking sucks. Pisces got hella Hawkeye accuracy. First time I ever shot a gun, I blew the head off the target. Oh shit, girl, you shooting a shotty. So, oh my God. So, my husband and I, we always have to do his and hers. We always have, well, okay. To be fair, my son and I we just decided to stop at a gun shop. And we were really just going to load up on ammo, and we were looking around, and I spotted the, what is it, TS12. TS12, I think, is the model. So this is made by Tavor, and fucking Tavor is so sexy, let me just say. So Tavor makes this semi-automatic shotgun launcher. I'm just saying, oh whoosh. So it has 3 barrels. You can turn the barrel. You got a 15 shotty, and it can take up to a 12 gauge. And so I was like, oh my God, Daddy needs one of those. And then my son says, oh, you should get a matching one. And I saw the X95. I was like, yes, his and hers. I got that X95. You best believe. Fuck yes. Fuck yes. I do like things that go boom. Oh my God, I went partially deaf in one ear doing long range shooting. There's some fucked up shit, y'all. I thought, because I have, yeah, I didn't realize that it kicked it off my ear barely. And then my ear was fucked for the rest of the day. Emmie's next gun, and my child wants an RPG. That shit's illegal. I'm not about, going to jail for shit. No, it was just a Glock 9 I emptied. Oh. Ooh, girl, don't let my husband ever see you call it a clip. He will lecture you. He lectured me. It's not a clip. A clip is when, y'all, I'm so sorry to do this. A clip is when you have like a strip and the bullet clips on. You clip it on a machine gun. That's a clip. It's yeah, that's the clip. A magazine is what you pop into it. Pop it in. That's a magazine. He lectured me for a whole fucking summer over this. At which point I just called it a mag clip just to fuck with his emotions. Yeah, because I'm vindictive like that. Stop fucking correcting me at the gun range, bro. I can call it a mag clip if I want. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna call it a mag clip for the rest of the fucking summer. And then I stopped when I began to confuse myself. Oh my gosh. I'm like, what does it matter? Do you have my accuracy? He's like, that's fucked up. Exactly. He triggered my Cap Moon with that shit. Like, why do you have, you know what I'm talking about? The fucking plastic shit that you put in the metal shit that has all the bullet shit. Give it to me. Yeah. Just don't play with me right now. Don't play with my emotions. I got it all like catty and shit. But yeah. Yeah. So, I'm totally all about doing your own thing. My ex is a Marine and would give me shit when I you already know. Oh, girl. My husband's a Gemini, too. Mm-hmm. Next year, I'm over here like two-faced motherfucker. Yeah, no, I was just like, I don't want to shoot with you anymore. That's it. I won't even go with you. That's fine. And then finally he had to be like, okay, do you want more clips? And then I was able to correct him and it was fine. I was like, that's not a clip, that's a mag. We got that kind of relationship, Right. Major. Like I'd be like, you know what the fuck I'm talking about if you're correcting me. So just why don't you just facilitate? Why don't you just facilitate then? Like help me out. You already know what I'm talking about. You have to be flexible living with a Gemini. Nah, my husband's he's super patient with me. He is super compassionate of my dysfunction. He is. He is. Yep. Yep. How many of you guys go shooting? So, Adam, it's illegal to have any firearms in Australia, right? Like for a long period in my life, because I grew up surrounded by weaponry, like military grade weaponry. I don't know. I think my father thought I was the next Sarah Connor. No joke. Mm. But it desensitized me to weapons. And then, I don't know, somewhere around my teens, um, I was like so anti gun, like they should just outlaw everything. And then I regained my senses. No, it's in the Constitution. You have the right to bear arms to defend against tyranny, both foreign and domestic. Yeah, for a reason. It's in there for a reason. Um, so what type of home defense are you allowed to legally possess? I mean, we could dig some pit traps and shit. You're not getting in the house. I'm just saying. I would be terrified to visit America because of guns. Yeah, you probably shouldn't. Pisces can't get rid of Gemini. My ex refuses to exit the stage, like he's waiting for me to say, okay, come back. Y'all. Oh. I gotta check when his birthday is. My boyfriend from when I was like 15 or 16 years old is still waiting. It's fucking crazy. I'm over 40 years old. Like, bruh, I'm not coming back to you. I I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure I'm not. I'm pretty sure I'm not. Let's see. Ooh, what did they change the threshold law to? The property line. What? So we were talking to the gun shop, the local gun shop, when we were in another city, and they were definitely talking about that to us. They were saying like, yeah, no, that like make my day law. Um, that county does have that. They do recognize and honor that, but they have to be inside your dwelling for that to count. You can't be on the roof picking people off at the end of this driveway. Like that's not how it works. That's not self defense. I'm like, what the fuck? Who does that? I don't know. I don't know. My fist still sticks around too. Oh, what? Oh, your I was like, what's your fist do? Yeah, no, I think it's a Piscean thing. I don't know. I don't know if I'm just like a wicked person and I've destroyed all my exes, but they all seem to not move on. They all seem to not move on, and if they do, they move on with someone that kind of maybe looks like me when I have the flu. Like, go for a completely different race. Try it. It's completely different ethnicity. Stop going for the Filipina girls. They just hurt you all the time. Just leave them alone at this point. I'm just being a dick. I'm sorry, guys. Um,
Yeah, I mean, they were saying like even if it's an imminent threat, because that's not imminent if they're outside the house, still have the option of going in. I'm sorry, if they're threatening me, I'm pretty sure they're not going to like knock at the door and just sit there and what, you know what I mean? So I don't know. I just, yeah. Oh, a big fork. A lot of Filipino. If y'all could please excuse my Capricorn moon, it's out in full force right now. A lot of Filipinos live in Australia. They have big forks and big spoons. At least one set on the wall. They're ready. My Filipino people are fucking ready. No, 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 not a pitchfork. It's part of our culture to have a big ass fork and a big ass spoon. I don't know why. Spoon hurts more, it does. Mm-hmm. Spoon absolutely hurts more. I know that for a fact. Wait, what? SWAT has killed 2 people within 1 mile of. Oh my fucking god. That's fucking crazy, dude. That's the world we live in now. That's the world we live in. That's a damn shame. Is it a rough neighborhood? Or is it just an average neighborhood that you feel you shouldn't wear your jewelry in? My grandma used to have a big wooden fork and spoon hanging on her wall as little kids, me and my cousin. Are you Filipino? My grandparents had that. My maternal grandparents had that. And my grandma was kind of a savage. And she would tell us, well, not me, I was her favorite. This is my rowdy ass cousin. She would tell, it's actually just one. She would tell him that she'll crack his skull open with a spoon. I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah, he didn't care. He didn't, we were like maybe 5 or 6 years old. He didn't care. He was doing crazy shit though. He needed his ass spanked. And I don't even believe in spanking. He actually did need his ass spanked, you know? So see that's sad. That's sad that you live in what's considered an upper middle class home and you feel like it's unsafe for you to wear your jewelry. That's why I ask, like, you know, is it a rough neighborhood where there's a lot of like snatching of jewelry, things like that? That's very unfortunate. That really, really is. To feel so unsafe that you can't even adorn your body in the way you wish. That's just, that's. So I'm totally a girl that open carries. I don't stay in any cities that don't allow open carry. Yeah. So what's going on? Cincinnati's close by. They're coming out of the inner city. Um, okay. Michael says, careful of the racial undertones. I don't know what race he's talking about. I so what I wasn't even gonna talk about any racial shit. But thank you for the heads up. What I was gonna say is what I've been finding for years now. No, I think he was trying to make sure that I don't enter into any racial topics. I don't think you were making any racial statement at all. But what I've been noticing for years now is that foreign investors will come in, and as neighborhoods become emptied because people can't afford it, they lose their homes. These investors were coming in, and it was around 2009, somewhere around there. They were coming in and purchasing large quantities of homes, sometimes the entire block. And then they were having that be rented out to, or making them Section 8 housing, which, I mean, not everyone on Section 8 is ghetto or violent or any of that, but it definitely becomes a problem when, and this happened in the neighborhood where I purchased my home. Um, it definitely becomes a problem when the Section 8 program is abused by specific types of individuals. I'm not talking about racial types, I'm talking about socioeconomic types of individuals that are, their socioeconomics is that I will do anything for a dollar. Selling substances. So at a certain point, luckily, it was way on the other side of our way on the other side of our neighborhood, like the other side. We were separated by an entire school. There were multiple houses on a single block with all the windows having foil, and I learned real good what that meant. I learned real good what the fuck that meant. I didn't know up until then, like, what the fuck does that mean? So yeah, like, it's just an unfortunate thing that goes along with the programs that help people like us that need support, that need financial assistance, need housing support. There will be those who will take advantage of it, and it's just, it sucks. It sucks. And things that behaviors and money making patterns that are typically seen in inner cities. It's more easily hidden in the suburbs, and that's probably why things are spreading out. But yeah. Some polka dots. Yeah, no. Economically challenged peoples are of all races. They are. They are. They're of all races. It's not one specific group or any of that. It really isn't. I think Michael wasn't accusing you of making any type of race based statements. I think he was trying to make sure that I don't get myself baited into some sort of race based topic, not by you, but my own racing thoughts. So, um, so many people go without due to greedy ass people scamming the system. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's just really one of those things. Once you learn how the system works, you absolutely, if you don't have integrity, you can and will probably take advantage of it. Um, there were quite a few people that have done that and actually still continue to do that. Someone was like, someone was telling me, this was around the time that I sold my house. They were like, yeah, no, you could put it up for Section 8 and this and that. I was like, but I don't want to rent to anyone. I don't want someone thrashing my fucking house. Like, are you kidding me? If it's my house, I live in it. I'm not an investor in that way. And yeah, no. Uh-uh. Hell no. I wouldn't rent my house to anybody. Like, not even Section 8, not regular people. I don't give a shit how much money you make. I know most people, if you don't own the home, you kind of like, it's a rental. It's all good. I gave a deposit. Like I'm not that kind of person. You know what I mean? Like, if you're entrusting me, then I'm going to take care of it. And that's a huge problem for me because not many people are like that. Not many people are like that. And so I struggle with that whole thing. Some of our neighbors are from Philippines, Africa, India, all over the world. We all seem to coexist peacefully without guns. That's good, but that doesn't mean you get to take my gun away. Everyone that I've met in person feels I'm the most peaceful person they've ever met. Yeah. It's this concept of if you own a gun, you're violent. No. No, it's not that at all. I own multiple guns, and I'm not a violent person. That's the last thing that I would think about. Harming someone, threatening someone, brandishing a firearm. Yeah, no, those aren't cute things. Those aren't funny things, you know? Um, I'm a peaceful person, but I'm also not a helpless person. I want to be able to be empowered enough to defend my family in whatever way is necessary. And really, I don't feel that governments have any right to dictate the ways in which I can defend my family. I mean, if you have a history of violence, a history of whatever other things that would make it questionable for you to own a firearm safely long term, then yeah, maybe you shouldn't. Maybe you shouldn't. But yeah, no, I'm not giving up my guns. No, no. Definitely not. No. Um, I'm the least violent person I know, but I'd be damned if I don't protect myself. Amen. Amen to that. Yeah. I think that's why I can be so peaceful because I don't have this um, bubbling fear beneath the surface of someone can do something to me. You're not going to do anything to me. And if you try, I'm going to do my fucking best to make it a hard time for you, whatever way I can. I'm not going to be an easy target. I'm not going to be an easy victim. You're going to have to fucking work for that shit. I may be short, but bruh. I grew up with nothing but brothers. I'm pretty sure you're going to regret crossing my path and choosing me. Pretty sure of it. Exactly. Guns are inanimate. They sit there, period. Guns are a tool, as is a rake or a hoe. There's some hoes in this text. No, like all my kids know how to handle fire. Well, no, my youngest, he don't need a rifle. Nope. But all my kids have age appropriate rifles except my youngest. We need a few more years. He need a few more years. At first he was afraid. He was afraid to handle a 22 LR. And I encouraged him. We were at the range. I encouraged him, and you know, I watched him empty that mag in like 5 seconds without looking where he's pointing. Granted, he was right there and there's no one. I mean, the range was hot. Everyone knows you don't go beyond that certain line. I'm like, your mag is done. Can you give it back to mommy? You guys, oh, you're gonna do another one? No, baby. Have a seat. I don't think it's time for you yet. You have a seat. Let's get your iPad. Let's go ahead and put you in the back of the truck. You go ahead, play in there, okay? Fuck that shit. I know. Nope, not that child. But here's the thing, okay, going back on track. All of my children know, and we don't leave guns out, but all of my children know if you see a firearm out, do not touch it. There is a potential for someone to be gravely injured, potentially lose their life. You need to tell an adult there is a firearm out. It needs to be safely stored. My children know that. They know that firearms, outside of being used at a firing range under the supervision of an adult, they are not to play with guns. People will die if you play with a gun. That is to protect yourself or your family, or to learn how to better handle it at the appropriate place. We don't take it out. We don't play. Nope. Nope. Mm-mm. So they all know. We went to someone's house sometime last year. We went to someone's house, and this person doesn't have children, so they thought it was okay to have a firearm just on the coffee table. No, it wasn't even on it was fucking under the couch. How the fuck did you get this firearm? Like, you should not be owning shit like this. So something like the dog's toy went under the couch. For some reason, the kids were digging for something under the couch, and then that was discovered. Immediately, everyone stopped what they were doing. Nobody touched it. Everyone backed up, went and got me. Mommy, this is what we found. This is not safe. That's right, son. Not safe. We need to put that away properly. Thank you for telling me. So if you allow yourself to be so afraid of simply knowing how to properly handle, properly store, then yeah, it's a very dangerous thing. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's a very, very dangerous thing. I saw someone at the fucking range. They had a failure to eject. Why would you look at down the... Are you fucking kidding me? Get off the range. You don't belong here. You are unsafe, sir. You are risking my life and everyone else's lives. If you... Are you... I was like, oh my God. I saw that. And I was like, pack our shit. We're out. We'll come back later or tomorrow. Mm-mm. I don't care if it looks rude. We're fucking out. No. Okay. I know that Spirit God has my back 100%, but there's still evil and ignorance lurking about. Gotta stay prepared mentally, spiritually, and physically. Oh, oh, okay. I'm just like, yeah, I love guns. I love guns. It's definitely a skill that you have to invest the time, the effort, the focus into developing it. And it's just, I love them. I love them. I don't misuse them. I don't, um, but I love them. Last summer I wanted to get into, I wanted to find some type of tactical academy to learn how to do what the fuck is it called? So rewinding back, we were finishing up at the shooting range. It was like evening already, almost dusk time, and this man arrives. It's an outdoor range, so it's really the parking lot and then the range. And this really old man arrives. He must have been like, I don't know, maybe late 80s, even maybe early 90s. Amazing, amazing old man. And he was talking to us about rifles and stuff, and he was asking me about my gear, and then he starts talking about how I should actually enter into a shooting competition. And he was talking about, like, there's a woman, I think from Denver, if I remember what he said. She's from Denver and she's won this shooting competition like 3 years in a row. Because I want to I want a BMG. I want to shoot a fucking 50 cal BMG. I'm not even joking. I want one. Like, I want one. And he was telling me that she's won like 3 years in a row, and she can shoot so tight that it's the same hole from 3,000 fucking yards. 3,000 yards. I was like, fuck, that's a fucking goal. I want to beat her. So I was going to look for some tactical academy to really help me understand. One of the other people, they were trying to teach me something about rise and the air, and like, I was like, yeah, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. But I can make it hit the dot. Yeah, I hate getting technical with stuff though. It's like I prefer to just plug and play and figure it out that way. Um, Ooh, military family. What's a daughter of the revolution? Um, oh, thank you, Shalonda. Oh, thank you. So a daughter of the revolution is the offspring of someone who deserted. It's a very foreign term to me. Oops. I have no inkling as to what that means. I think I'm finally starting to get sleepy. Your people fought in the American Revolution. Ah, I was wondering if it had to do with something stateside or abroad. Fascinating. Did your family teach? Is it like tradition for your family um, to teach the younger ones, the younger generations, tactical skills? I'm super competitive. It's ridiculous. When you tell me someone else can shoot 3,000 yards, I'm going to shoot 3,000 yards. He saw my face too. This gentleman saw my face and he was like, "You do real good." I was like, I would. um, I think the retrograde got insomnia on Pisces ass as we approach the ending in Pisces season. I think so too. I think so too. Yeah, I don't know. I think Pisces is going to get dragged very soon. Just because we're going to be the first to feel all of the shit that's like being seeded right now. Um, yeah, to just hang in there, you know? You gotta just hang in there. You gotta just hang in there. Okay. Unless y'all want to talk about something else, I think I'm gonna go to bed. I'm suddenly not sleepy again. This fucking sucks. It sucks. Just let me fucking sleep. I just want to sleep. That's not asking for too much. It's not. I got sessions starting in a few hours. Pull a card. All right. Let's pull a card. Here goes. Here is a little Emmie trivia. For much of my childhood, I had no friends. I couldn't relate to them. Much of my social interaction that was enjoyable were with senior citizens. I just love senior citizens. I love how they share the lives they've lived and their thoughts. And I love senior citizens. I always have. But as a young child, yeah, I mean, I had friends, but I didn't consider them my friends. I wouldn't tell them anything that was going on. I was kind of just present. And if they play with me at recess, they play with me. If they don't, I kind of just like, I would lean against the fence and just stare at people watch. Like I've never, I don't know, my mom used to always tell me like, she would think that she said that she wondered if I was like half alien and shit because I never acted like a regular child. Um, why is a chat about guns, German Nazi stuff? Because Major is sharing information. Major feels comfortable enough to share. I feel crap from painkillers and anti. Oh no! I hope you're okay. We just all over the place with a convo. That's right. This is a Piscean conversation. Now we're going to talk about baking cakes while we reload ammo. In Germany, regular people do not get guns. If I want good at sports, I probably have been the same. Post-operative. Oh, I hope you're okay though. Let's see. 7 planets in Aquarius. Retrograde is like, fuck that sleep. It's for the weak. You know what I used to say? I sleep when I die. Oh, girl, strawberry lemon swirl cake. Stop. Tell me more. I could do something for you. If you want, I can see if I can try and regulate some of your pain receptors so that you don't feel as much pain and do a lymphatic drainage. Oh, okay. Michael says to stop. Let me just stop. I'm sorry. Oh. Okay. You know what I'm saying. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. See, this is the retrograde telling us. So card number 38, restore and replenish. We're going to be dragged. We're going to be dragged, but guess what? Pisces don't give a shit. We don't. So it's okay. Just be prepared. Be prepared to just really allow yourself to be fully present. Card number 27, receiving. Allow yourself to take in this moment for whatever it is. Allow yourself. What? Last night I was knocked the fuck out. Like really, really knocked out. Are you sure it was me? I tend not to go in people's dreams, like my higher self tends not to. The next time, if there is a next time, anytime any of you have a dream where I enter your dream, set my ass on motherfucking fire. Use a blowtorch, a big one. If any part of me melts, that ain't me. That's a mimic. This is something that has been, well, it comes and goes in cycles. There will be like a few weeks where, you know, several people will be, oh, you were in my dreams. And I know I wasn't. I was fucking awake at that time. And then, you know, turns out it was a mimic, like telling them that I'm instructing them to do things that I would never tell anyone to do. So I don't know. Hopefully we're just having conversation. But make sure, just because of my experience for the past few years, people saying this stuff and it's actually a mimic, make sure it's not a mimic, okay? Whatever information I told you in that dream, take it with a grain of salt. Don't just take it in. Like, really, really assess it. Spirals of manifestation. So it's almost like this sense of, we're holding that ribbon and we're twirling it. We're the hand that's holding it and twirling it. And it's spiraling out and looser as it gets further from your hand. But the fact of the matter is, you're the movement that creates the swirls. You are the one creating the patterning within your journey, right? Card number 19, dream a beautiful dream. You're at the epicenter. You're at the center of all of this. So here's the thing. For empaths, for Pisceans, if you're going to get dragged, if you're going to be put in this position, and now there's like this message of you're at the epicenter, that means either you're starting shit, could be not, either you're starting shit or you're allowing shit to start by staying quiet. One and the same. It's one and the same. You have to make sure you don't allow yourself to get pulled into shit that you should not be part of. If it offends your soul, it should not be allowed to continue to reside within the garden of your heart. That is a very sacred space. Very, very sacred space. Y'all, it's so fucking sacred. I don't even let no twin shit in there. Like, motherfuckers, stay on the other side of the fence. Unless you want me to dagger you. I wish I was kidding. Stay on the other side of the fucking fence. This is my garden. Yeah, no, I'm very protective of the garden within my heart because that's where I can just lay and be and breathe. Nothing else is allowed in there. Nothing. And I'm not saying that, the whole that my twin person is a bad person or nah, this is just my space. You got your own garden. Fucking be a farmer over there. Okay, this is my ornamental garden. Let me just enjoy my shit. Just I'm so serious though. I'm so serious. It's time to become very selective of who you allow to tap into your energy. Card number 15, big bold vision. Oh, that's an interesting perspective. So the Eye of Ra. It's speculated that this Eye of Ra is really some sort of like hinting of your middle brain, the center of your brain, pineal and all of that, corpus callosum and stuff. So now you have two brains, two consciousness, one on either side, masculine and feminine. Left, I believe, is feminine, right? Masculine. I have dyslexia. It's hard for me to remember shit accurately. So I don't even try. I don't even try to sound intelligent. I guess one of the two. Google it. I don't know which one of the two. One is on the left, the other's on the right. So now it's masculine and feminine facing each other, facing each other yet not seeing each other. So communication, shackles around the neck, shackles around the ears. This is something within you. Maybe it's a mental structure, some sort of childhood programming. It has to do with this, like, you cannot speak. It has this thing with like, it prevents you from hearing what you need to hear. Fuck that shit. I don't think so. A gilded cage is still a cage. Legacy of light. You're going to go from the childhood, the inner childhood of your human consciousness, and rise up to the adulthood. I heard something. It was like a sarcastic video or post or something like that. It was on social media. It was sarcastic, but at the same time, it really hit home. And it hit home because they're fucking around, but someone said it's time for you to use your grown-up voice. Because some people will use they'll use a baby voice to really, like, no. It's time to put that baby voice away and begin speaking with your adult voice. An adult voice to go with an adult level of human consciousness. It's time to enter into this knowing that you come from a legacy of light as well as an ancestral lineage, that there's a high likelihood that you are a culmination of all the abilities and experiences of all your ancestral peoples. I mean, really though, it's not just random ass people that watch and hold space with me. Because the average person, someone who's not ready to elevate their awareness of themselves, of their journey, of their cycles, they're not interested in what I'm saying. They don't understand what I'm saying. They don't care what I'm saying. I'm weird. What the fuck is this girl talking about? I'm out. Bye. Hey, if you're not ready to hear it, you're not ready to hear it. Whatever. That don't mean I gotta stop talking. So the ones who do stay, you're ready to hear it because this is something that's a reverberation of what's already going on inside. Someone on Facebook was talking about the law of attraction is bullshit because this, and this, so many factors. And, you know, there are people who are really, really good people who live in poverty. And there are people who are shitty people and they were born into wealth and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, but see, that's the thing. The human brain tries to comprehend these types of really complex interactions and entanglements, trying to reduce it to simply a material, superficial thing, when in reality, as within, so without, the law of attraction, you attract to you the circumstance that will allow for you to witness what's going on within you. It has nothing to do with money. Nothing. So card number 10, releasing allegiances. You're primed. You're sitting naked in your truth. So this is interesting. Haven't thought of this until right now. That's what you show society. You need to have your trinkets. You need to have the face done. And nothing wrong with liking adornments, having all the accoutrements to really have a polished outfit. Nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with either not wearing makeup or wearing a full face of it every day. Whatever makes you feel good. But here's the thing. Is this really you? Or is this? This is you naked in your truth. All of this extra stuff, it's been stripped away. You're now able to hear clearly. You're able to communicate. You no longer have this bib of armoring around your high heart and throat, blocking the expansion of the greatest parts of you. Which would you rather be? I would rather be naked. I would rather be naked, but even in that, there's still work to be done, because your allegiances to people, to situations, to circumstance, to history, to obligations. When I say to history, what I'm talking about is when you have a prolonged history with someone, people will have this tendency to think, well, oh God, but I've been married for 5 years already. That's such a waste. If he's been treating you the whole time in a very shitty way, that's not a waste. It's a recognition that those 5 years is how long it took me to recognize my worth, what I deserve, what love is, what love isn't. Very well invested 5 years. I've learned what I needed to learn. Now begins the rest of my life. But people don't see it that way. They just don't. They see it as, oh my God, but I'm wasting all those years we've been together. Okay, that's perfectly fine. You want to stay because you've already invested 10 years into this? All right. He's not going to change at year 11. Year 15, year 20, year 30. He is who he is. The dynamic has been established, perpetuated, enforced, reinforced, reinforced, reinforced. This is stuck. Enjoy the rest of your life being stuck and not growing. It's a harsh thing to say, but I think if you look at the history of what you've listened to, when people deliver things in a very compassionate, gentle way, have you heard the words they were saying? Because if you did, you wouldn't still be in the situation you're in. So if that type of language, that vernacular, the delivery, is not creating the type of effects and results that you are longing for, that you continue to seek it out, then I'm going to have to say it differently and be like, girl, don't play yourself. Homie, don't play yourself. You're already getting played by the person who claims to love you. Don't play yourself too. Be honest with yourself. And a lot of things that I say and talk about are very difficult things to hear for people who have a hard time accepting the truth of their circumstance. This is not a condemnation of your struggle. This is not a declaration of my belief that you are somehow weak or flawed for having a human experience as a human being. These are generalized messages to be taken in whatever way your soul is asking you to filter it. I don't know what you're to do with that, but for me, I see these two juxtaposed. I'm done being a Stepford soul. I'm done. This period of my life where I existed simply to appease the insecurities, the demands of other people outside of myself, asking for nothing in return, not even a moment to allow myself to love myself enough to recognize I should be my priority. I'm done with that. I'm done with that. But I'm also done believing that I have to be armored in order to be seen or treated as a powerful sovereign being. I'm done with that. I recognize now the truth of my power really lies in my vulnerability, my willingness to express myself in the most authentic, most raw manner possible. And it's not trying to be raw, to be seen as like, oh, it's powerful, it's raw. It's just raw in that I've shed so many layers of membranes, of these membranes that have been affixed to me by other people in their attempt to fix me. These membranes that are like huge full body band-aids that are layered one on top of the other when people see me and they want to fix me and they need me to be this and that and all these limitations. They want to protect me. So many layers that it's become a chrysalis. It's their very behaviors and their very intentions, whether it's malicious or benign, whether it comes from a place of love, jealousy, hatred, whatever it is. Each of them have contributed to the construction of my chrysalis. And at some point, I will allow that chrysalis to serve its purpose. And that purpose is to isolate me in such a way that the isolation becomes a peaceful solitude. And that silence and stillness within that self-imposed, very enjoyable solitude then becomes a period of my transformation where I lose all my form. I lose my direction. I lose my sense of identity. I no longer identify as this or that. I just become. Become what? Whatever the fuck I feel. But Emmie, you can't live your life just off feelings. Who said? Who said? Well, but Emmie, oh my God, you can't cry. No, people are going to think something's wrong. Well, maybe something is wrong. Why do I have to hide that? And like one of the things that irks me the most is when, and I know it's not malicious on their side, the few times that there have been very intense emotional topics, the emotions have overflown from my over overflowed from my eyes, and in the comments, don't cry. Why? I lived my entire life not crying. That's why I'm crying right now in front of you. I lived my entire life not crying. And that's why instead of a pond or a stream, I now have an ocean with very deep trenches. And I'm just kind of at a point where it's like, wasn't I weaker trying to hold all those emotions in to appease the opinions of people who don't even understand themselves? So they sure as hell won't fucking understand me and my depth. I'm done. Done with what? Done not being. I'm done trying to be something I'm not. Because in order for me to be who I am, I have to stop trying. I have to just be. Does the butterfly try to transform? No. It just does. But not before it consumes every possible thing it possibly can. Not before it allows itself to have whatever experiences, travel through whatever environment, be exposed to whatever. It does everything it needs to do with no shame, no hesitation, no guilt, no explanation, no timeline. It just does, and then it doesn't. And then it does something else, and then it becomes something else. And at no point does that butterfly look back and like, oh my God, I'm not a caterpillar anymore. It's just something else now. It's become so different, that change so profound. Even though the process of the change is hidden away, that change is so profound, even the way it nourishes itself changes. It no longer has the ability to chew, because as a caterpillar, that's what we do. We bite off pieces, bite off pieces, bite off pieces, bite off a piece of that circumstance, bite off a piece of that book, bite off a piece of that person's words, bite off a piece of this, bite off. And, is there something wrong with that? No, not if you're still a caterpillar. Is there something shameful about being a caterpillar? Not if you're destined to be a butterfly. So then at what point do you become a butterfly? At the point that your soul decides. Well, what do you mean about the way it nourishes itself changes? Well, first off, you're no longer taking bites out of things. You're taking small sips. You're drinking of the sweetness in life. Life can be very sweet regardless of your economic status. The way in which you view your life, yourself, your experiences, your connections, that's what greatly determines your level of acceptance and happiness for yourself. I have gone to so many third world countries in my lifetime. Third world countries, coming from America, you see it and you see so much suffering, so much struggle, so much stuff that they don't have. I go to a third world country and I see something completely different. I don't know, maybe because I'm from a third world country. I was born in a third world country. I see people who are not defined by circumstance. I see people who have the ability to choose on a regular level. They can choose to be happy where they're at. Just be happy. And then I have traveled extensively throughout most of the 50 states. There's maybe like 5 states that I haven't been to, but I've traveled through pretty much all of them extensively. I've never seen such unhappy people. I've never seen such unhappy people on a consistent basis with so much consistency, such unhappiness, lack of gratefulness, coveting, compare or compete. That program is the most fucked up program ever. If you find yourself participating in that, um, you probably have a very sad or very angry outlook. Because when you're comparing and competing, so comparing has a tendency to be this thing of everyone else is better than you. You're comparing yourself to them, you're probably never going to measure up in your eyes. Competing, you don't recognize your worth. So now you're trying to project. You're looking for someone else to dominate because you can't quite get in control of yourself internally. Those two ways of existing are very difficult. They deplete you. You tired all the time? Ask yourself, are you comparing and competing? Are you participating in that compare compete paradigm? Because if you are, it's probably why the reason you're exhausted. You have racing thoughts. Why is that? Are you comparing and competing? Not with other people, but with yourself. Are you comparing where you were last week in comparison to where you believe you should be next week? I don't know. I'm not you. I'm just asking questions. So release your allegiance to that program. Release your willingness to subject yourself to self-abuse. That's self-abuse. Continually exposing yourself to circumstance that allows other people's existence to justify your abuse of yourself is fucking bullshit. I love you enough to be honest with you in that way. It's bullshit. So what will you choose for yourself? I don't know, Emmie. What are my options? I'll tell you the answer. Choose anything but what you've already chosen. Anything else, choose something else. You already know what happens with what you've chosen and continue to choose for yourself. That's a dead end. Oh, but I see the potential. Potential and reality are two different things. Unless someone is actively choosing to tap into that potentiality, it doesn't mean shit. I've met plenty of people who have tremendous fucking potential. So much potential, it makes me want to cry. Cry because instead of recognizing that potentiality, cultivating it, and using it as a superpower to really serve their purpose, to truly serve humanity. No, instead they're busy comparing themselves. Usually I find they're comparing themselves to me. It's become a competition. They need to outdo me. You need to out Emmie me? That's fucking stupid shit right there. That's stupid. Yeah, no, that's a harsh thing to say, but it's a real thing to say. It's an honest thing to say. That's real fucking stupid. Because first off, do you know what my purpose is? No? Why are you trying to be me then? Second off, do you know what your purpose is? I mean, who cares if you don't know what my purpose is? Do you know what yours is? No? What if it's your job to take humanity to the next level of consciousness? And you're not doing your part to prepare yourself for such a huge undertaking. Do you know how many billions of people you're about to fail? Because you're too busy looking for ways to justify your lack of confidence in yourself. That's some deep shit. Secondly, for any people who like, oh, I want to be an Emmie. Part of the reason why my parasitic negation skills are so hyper developed is because I was tormented most of my life. Until I finally reached a point where I lost my fear, like you can only do so much to me before I just don't care. Do whatever the fuck you want. This time I'm fighting back. Until I got to that point, I lived in fear of everything. So they still try consistently. all day, every day. I'm not talking about grunt demons. I'm talking about principalities of hell teamed up all day, every day. You want to be the next Emmie? Go right ahead. Enjoy that shit. I would love to be you. What attacks you? Oh, nothing? You don't know what that feels? Oh, perfect. Switch spots. Perfect. I want to be you. How about that? I'm not fucking joking. How about that? People don't understand the price that's paid for the level of development that they're witnessing. All they see is the end result. They don't see the years and years and years and years and years of conditioning. That conditioning was necessary to get me to where I am right now. I don't want to be anyone else. Even if I don't know my worth, even if I don't know my purpose, even if I don't know how my life is going to unfold and the gravity of my existence in this life, I don't want to be anyone else. Because I put so much into myself that I want to see where it goes. Just out of curiosity. See where it goes. See who I become. Not if I become famous or, wealthy. I just want to see who I become. Like, who am I? I don't know. I'm finding out, though. And the more I open myself to experience my vulnerability without shame, guilt, fear of other people's condemnation, the more I see, I think I actually like myself a lot. I think that if I wasn't me, I would enjoy being around me. It takes a lot to even make that type of inquisitive statement. That's a lot of growth for me personally. For people who don't know my history and they come on the live streams and they just see the end result of me just kind of just talking. I'm not a confident person. I simply state my truth as I know it to be without the emotions, the pride, the gloating, without any of that attached, because Michael tells me someone needs to hear this. Tell them about your truth. And that's it. I'm just speaking words. That's it. And I often tell people the way you see me to be is probably a far, far cry from who I actually am. And it's not that I'm being fake. It's that there's so much depth to me that you would not be able to know me in a significant enough way, even if you watched all of my live streams that I've ever done. We all have that level of depth. We're not here to be understood. We're here to simply be witnessed. Let them decide for themselves what they'll do with what they witness. Well, what if they use it to, I don't care. You want to take a portion of my history and attempt to weaponize it against me? Tell me what it is and I'll say it myself. What part of my life? I own every single aspect of my life. Tell me which one you want to announce and I'll announce it myself. There's nothing about me that I'll deny. No. Because I've finally gotten to a point in my life where my history is mine. And I have no shame in having a rich one. a very textured, very rich in depth, rich in rise type of history. It's mine. It's my treasure. I worked my entire life to accumulate this treasure, this wealth of knowledge, that now I'm entering into a phase of my life where I can apply it, allow that knowledge to ripen into a place of wisdom. My hope and my faith, they are ripening into a gnosis. I'm no longer waiting for some being outside of me to save me. I am my own Messiah. And I'm only here to save myself. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. When you wait for someone else to fix things for you, are you serving yourself or are you hindering your growth? Do you need help, or do you just not believe in yourself enough to take the risk, because that risk carries with it the potentiality of you proving yourself right and powerful? I don't believe you're afraid of failure. I believe you're afraid of your success. And when I realized that, that was the turning point of my journey. I never fail. Why am I so afraid of failing? Because that's right. I'm not afraid of failure. I'm afraid of success. This is a good place to cut this off because my battery is dead. It gave me a notification. I have 5% left. I got to get going. Please give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please do subscribe. Turn on that notification bell. Join me when I'm live. I got to get going. I love you guys. I hope y'all are able to sleep. I'm going to try and sleep. Bye.